Your D&D combats are probably boring. Let's fix that. Now there are a ton of ways to spice up D&D combat, but one of the simplest ways to make it better quickly is just using movement. Your monsters need to move and your players need to move. So let's talk about 3 ways that we can increase movement in our combats. Now the first way to increase movement is just to use monsters that have it built into their stat block. For example, goblins have nimble escape as an attribute, and they can use it as a bonus action to disengage or to hide. And so there is no reason that a goblin should ever be squaring up with an adventurer. The second way is very similar to the first, and it's to find the real world equivalent of whatever monster you're using and run them as if it was that real world monster. So for example, winter wolves have an ability where when they bite you, they can knock you prone. This is very similar to how wolves attack, where they go after the legs and ankles and try to distract the monster, pull it down, knock it down so that the rest of the pack can come in and attack. And so if you were using winter wolves, you would want to use those wolves in a dart in and attack and then move out of range so that it cannot take damage. Now, will that trigger an opportunity attack? Yes, it will trigger an opportunity attack for the first monster. And you might consider making that monster take the dodge action instead to fake out the opponent. So not only will that increase the movement of your monsters if you're doing attacks like that, it will also increase the movement of your players as they will have to move to cover their companion who is now prone. The third way to increase movement is to design your environments to inspire movement. So that can look like 2 different things. That can look like lair actions, something that happens on initiative 20 that erases or destroys a part of the map or causes damage to a certain section so that your players will not want to be in that section every round. Or it can look like designing your encounters so that your players have to move in order to get cover or in order to even reach the guys that are attacking them. Doing one or more of these things will make your combats more interesting. But if you don't, then